Zendaya is one of the biggest names in young Hollywood. She is a trailblazing actress who got her start very young in her life. The 24-year-old was born in Oakland, California. She has 5 older half-siblings on her father's side. Her father is of African American descent with roots in Arkansas. Her mother is of German and Scottish ancestry, making Zendaya biracial. Her stage name is simply only her first name, which is an African Shona name which derives from the name Tendai, which means to give thanks. From very early on, she was into performing on stage. She started with an interest in dance and was a part of a hip-hop troupe. She was featured as a backup dancer for Selena Gomez in a Sears commercial. She also officially became a Kidz Bop kid in 2009 and was featured on the Kidz Bop 15 album. Along with her dancing appearances, she fashion modeled for department stores and brands such as Macy's, Mervyn's, and Old Navy. Through dance, she opened the door to her career in the television industry, landing a role in the Disney Channel show Shake It Up when she was only 14 years old. There, she acted and danced until the series' conclusion in 2013. She also starred in a number of Disney Channel productions, including 2012's Disney Channel original movie, Frenemies. Through this, she blossomed a music career, releasing promotional singles such as Live to Dance. Later in 2013, she became the youngest Dancing with the Stars contestant at the time, at the age of only 16 years old. Due to her already large knowledge of dance and skill set, she made it all the way to the final show of her season. Unfortunately, she did not win the competition, coming in second place to Derek Huff's celebrity guest partner, Kelly Pickler. Even with that being so, a lot of people at the time thought she should have been the one to win, but since she was still young and only known for Disney at the time, that may have played a factor into the decision. She went on to create her debut album, self-titled Zendaya, which was preceded by the single Replay. Shortly after, it was announced that her ongoing series starring her and Bella Thorne, Shake It Up, was to be cancelled at the end of the year. After cancellation, she starred in a number of more Disney Channel productions, including the Disney Channel original movie Zapped, which was about a smartphone a girl uses to control the boys around her. She also got another series on Disney Channel greenlit entitled Casey Undercover, a comedy about a young teenager named Casey who becomes a spy. The series ran for 3 seasons and concluded in 2018. This was probably her biggest project while on Disney since she was already an adult during filming, and it's strictly centered around her and her character. She had already gained traction outside of the Disney realm, which helped her maintain a large influence on the production of the show, which included her being able to develop the character's personality and interests, as well as the naming of the character. In 2016, she landed her first major mainstream Hollywood role as MJ for Sony and Marvel Studios' collaboration Spider-Man: Homecoming. The main purpose of her role was kept secret until the final release of the film, in which she was confirmed to be playing an alternative character of Mary Jane Watson, a prominent love interest of Peter Parker and a major comic book character in her own right. She acted and held her own against the likes of Tom Holland, an actor who had already had his own filmography in mainstream and indie film studios before the film's release. She was praised by critics as a scene stealer. Like most Marvel efforts, the film went on to make a ton of money at the box office. She also later starred in the film's sequel, reprising her role as MJ, entitled Spider-Man: Far From Home. In the same year, she had another huge film role in the Hugh Jackman starring musical The Greatest Showman. In the film, she portrayed a trapeze artist alongside fellow actor Yahya Abdul-Mateen, along with falling in love with one of the film's main characters played by Zac Efron. The Greatest Showman went on to make a ton of money at the box office and was hailed as a holiday favorite at the time of its release. Undoubtedly, these 2 roles helped Zendaya catapult to higher ground in the film industry, slowly wiping away the association of her just being a Disney child actress. However, even though she had some supporting roles in a number of big-budget films, she wasn't the main attraction and had yet to make a stamp as the lead in a credible film outside of the Disney circle. That is, until the release of her groundbreaking turn in the HBO series Euphoria, a series centering around her character of Rue Bennett, a drug-addicted 17-year-old who interacts with an ensemble cast of characters in the Los Angeles County area. The series was created by filmmaker Sam Levinson, a director who had already made his mark in the indie scene with the directorial effort of 2018's Assassination Nation. The show was also executively produced by rapper and recording artist Drake, as well as being a collaboration with the mostly film studio A24. Euphoria is known as a show that holds nothing back, especially with its first episode, highlighting the consequences of drug use, underage drinking, and excessive partying, with fellow characters besides Rue having episodes dedicated to them and their stories. The show was an instant success, with many people praising the character development, directing, and especially the cinematography of the show. We were also introduced to several new name actors that were received very well, such as fellow actors Hunter Schafer, Angus Cloud, and Bari Ferreira. The show also starred more established actors like Jacob Elordi, Alexa Demi, Sydney Sweeney, Maude Apatow, Storm Reed, and Algie Smith. The show arguably was the one to fully cement Zendaya as a serious actress, as it was something no one had seen from Zendaya before. She dazzled the screen every moment she had, and held her own against the rest of the cast, with season 1 highlights such as this gem of a scene.
Open the door! You did this to me! You did this to me, Beth. You fucking ruined my life. The least you could do is open the goddamn door and fix it. I'm fucking serious. I'm so fucking serious. If you don't open this door right now, I swear to God, I will hate you till the day I fucking die.
While the show was well received and Zendaya's performance was praised almost universally, she was nominated at the last Emmy Awards ceremony and took home the Emmy for Best Actress in a Drama Series, becoming the youngest woman ever to win that award, further cementing her as a dominant figure in Hollywood in general. Since her win, another episode premiered which centered around her character Rue and Coleman Domingo's character, Ali, a former drug addict who is sponsoring Rue. The episode was entitled Trouble Don't Last Always, and was partly made as an effort to bridge the gap between seasons because of the halt in production during the initial start of the COVID-19 pandemic. The episode was slightly polarizing for viewers since it was literally just the two characters sitting across from each other at a Waffle House. However, the majority of the viewers claimed to have really liked the episode, citing the powerful display of an addict struggling with recovery and the burden of loving someone with an addiction. Zendaya's performance is universally praised, as she brought the character of Rue to new heights that we may have not initially seen during season 1. With a lot of close-ups and push-ins on both characters, their performances, along with the script, made the episode what it was. It really is, in my opinion, a great bridge between seasons and acts as its own special. A sequel to the episode entitled Part 2, Jules, is scheduled to release later this month, presumably about Jules' point of view after the events of the first season. Apart from her numerous accolades and accomplishments in the world of modeling, fashion, and her Disney Channel stint, she has turned into one of the most exciting actresses working today, with a number of projects lined up from Warner Bros. Dune to the Netflix film Malcolm and Marie, which is also by the creator of Euphoria, filmed in secret during the first part of the coronavirus pandemic. Zendaya is definitely not going anywhere and will be a force in Hollywood for a very long time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for future content. I'll see you later.